It wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. There's darkness, my old friend. You get me till at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. There's darkness, for your friend. You get me till at the end.
What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another Pub Talk International Break version. And not a whole lot to talk about tonight, but there are some interesting things that have happened over this international break. Newcastle is now owned and now one of the richest clubs in the Premier League. Harry Kane doesn't even put on a pair of boots tonight in the World Cup qualifier. And we've got Newcastle coming up after, I guess it would be next weekend. Yeah. So a lot going on, not a lot going on, but things going on over your international break. There's some people out there fighting right now, or will be fighting later tonight. And all that stuff. Go through some comments here before we start bringing other people on the stream. Cody Mack is joining us as well. We've also got Kenneth backstage. Let's see here. Who could be the mid and attacker that we're looking to buy in January? We'll talk some transfer targets as well. Big up from Stavanger Norway, brother. Up the Spurs. That is correct. We do up the Spurs. Evening all. The beard is growing back quick. That is true. That is true. It's hiding my double chin now. So that's good. Back to that level. And everybody's saying evening. Make sure and like the stream and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Of course, there's jealousy out there when the Newcastle got those owners. But if they win the league in a few years, where's the achievement in that? The fact that they won the league. They did nothing to earn being the richest club in the world. That is true. Setup is lit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Without further ado, let's bring in Kenneth here. Did you flush the toilet?
There's just some music in the background.
Yeah.
So
it sounded like you flushed the toilet there for a second, but
flush the toilet. For fuck's sake, it's music. So how are you doing, mate?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Tottenham is not easy these days, and I was really happy for Brian Daigle when he went over to London and saw him. And sorry for him. I sent him a message on Instagram, and if you want to have a free tattoo, go over to my friend's place, and I will pay for it. I said to Brian Daigle, and he's a good man, and loads of us here over both in Norway, in England, UK, America, Tottenham fan, not easy these days.
Yeah, if I ever make it over to London, I'll definitely take you up on that. I'll hit you up on Twitter or something like that. So,
did you see? We have a famous goalkeeper from Norway, played for Tottenham. His name is Erik Thorstvedt, and his son is a really good striker. He plays for down in Belgium, and his name is Thorstvedt, and I want to join Tottenham, and he is the perfect suit. He could do he's better than wings. Lo Celso is better. Lo Celso wings. He's brilliant, and that's the son of Erik Thorstvedt, the goalkeeper. And he wants to play for Tottenham. I was in our local papers a couple of weeks ago. I want to play for Tottenham. He scored Norway's goal against Turkey yesterday, and we drew 1-1. And we had to win almost all. Haaland, he is injured. The whole national team was injured, and Thorstvedt scored a goal that we needed, and that's the son of famous Tottenham goalkeeper, and he's amazing football player. He's like Christian Eriksen. He's a really good player, and I wish somebody I know. He's been mentioned over the board in Tottenham, and I know Tottenham have an eye on him, and he wants to play for Tottenham. I just wish he could come. And this is not a £100 million player, but he can play like a £100 million player. When you see a City player paid 100 million for Jack Grealish, and if he got Thorstvedt, same.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know much about him, so I'd have to look into him in order to comment.
I promise you. This is I follow him since he played for our local team here in Stavanger Viking, and he's turned. He's only 22, 23 years old now, and he's playing amazing football. We need him. We need that kind of player. Martin Ødegaard signed for Arsenal, but he's even better than Martin Ødegaard. He's really good. I promise you.
That's good. Hopefully we get him. Unfortunately, we tend to not buy too many players, but hopefully we can do that.
We never covered Christian Eriksen. We never covered. Well, they tried to cover with Lo Celso and Endobele, but it's not the same. It's not the same. You can watch the pitch when we play, but I have to say, Will, the second half against Aston Villa, that was actually pretty good. The only thing we were missing a Harry Kane goal there, and Son played well, and actually it's the first time I've been proud of our team this season. Was the second half against Aston Villa.
Yeah, it was a good match. But Cody Mack, are you there?
I am here.
He's here. You sound very Universe Galaxy at night.
I'll try not to inflect that.
I'm here. But we got some things to talk about tonight. People are jumping into the stream. Not very many viewers tonight so far. Howdy. Probably because there's a big boxing match going on now. I'm sure the undercards have started.
I still have my Tottenham shirt on though, still, but it's a bit dark.
Bit dark. It's hard to see. We got Newcastle coming up after the international break. Lucky for us, they won't be able to buy anyone until January, so it'll be a while before they do that. But like a comment or an earlier comment said, now there is a team who could and would be. There's been a lot of rumors about Harry Kane being linked to Newcastle now, to kind of follow the Shearer record.
Well, sorry to interrupt you. I'm special interrupting you.
Yep.
And have you heard anything about stadium commercialized anything?
I haven't heard anything about stadium naming rights or anything like that.
I know 2-3 names. Two Amazon, Nike, and Qatar was the first one, but I haven't heard in a long time. But Amazon and Nike. And
yeah, I mean, those are some older rumors that have been around for a while. I would think that if they were good, it probably would have happened by now. I mean, it's not that hard to sign a contract.
I hope they won £25 million, I think, for a season or something. Now, but they had the big boxing game here the other day, and it's everybody. The stadium is insane. I had a friend went to the boxing game, and Tottenham is a gold mine, and they try to sell it overpriced now for 3.5 billion. I don't know if Lewis, if this is real, but who can buy Tottenham? Except
Newcastle's owners could have bought Tottenham if they wanted to.
Now at least we have then we can think about it. Now at least you have Arabian.
The only problem with this,
Listen. Yeah. At least in Tottenham, the people in Tottenham, they even Daniel Levy is a fan of Tottenham. He loves Tottenham, and he can't. The only thing, it's called the trophies and all that shit. We haven't had one since 2008, and for me, the League Cup is not a trophy. It's FA Cup. I became a Tottenham fan in 1989, and I was lucky, and I got to see Tottenham win the FA Cup, in 1991, but we haven't won anything since 1991. Major, nothing. League Cup is for me is nothing, and for Tottenham, for a club like Tottenham, we should be fighting for the league trophy. With hopefully me and you will see Tottenham win the league, because hopefully you see, I see old people pass away, and they've gone to White Hart Lane, have season tickets holder for ages, and haven't seen Tottenham won since 1961, and some of them it's hard to see, Will. And
yeah, it's hard to see, but I disagree with you. I don't think we'll ever win anything under Daniel Levy.
If you walk in the streets in London, in the local streets in White Hart Lane, you have families that can't even afford to go to the stadium because of the ticket prices is so high. And I being so unfortunately, I can stay with the family. They even gave me a key. Kenneth, come here and stay with us. They work bartenders and everything at Bricklayers. And can you stay with us? And here is your own key. And when I go to London, they treat me like family, but they can't go to White Hart Lane.
Kenneth, I gotta rein you in here, right? You're going a little bit here, there, and everywhere, right? So we gotta stick to one topic, right?
Okay.
So
the topic for me is our team. We have to evolve, and like I say, Torstvedt is a player we could bring in, and if we had the money, bring Haaland. But we don't have that.
What I'm saying is that's the problem, right? Daniel Levy is not one who spends money wisely as far as players are concerned. The players that we do have, we have kind of by chance. There have been a few times when we've had decent, directors of football or scouting directors who have brought in some decent players. But most of all, they've been pretty bad choices.
Did you see the interview with Paratici here the other day?
Which one?
It was only one.
No, I didn't see that interview with Paratici.
It's on Tottenham main page.
Yeah, so I unsubscribed to Tottenham, so I don't watch any of their videos.
Paratici, the Juventus, he is interviewed in Tottenham. You have to see this interview, and he said, "Look at the big picture." Well, as Tottenham fans, we have been looking at the big picture for ages and ages now.
Yeah, I'm done looking at the big picture. I've been looking at the big picture for 12 years.
Okay, how many times are we going to start building a new team and building a new team and building a new team? All the future. Okay, all the youngster. And you see all the winning teams. Okay, they buy, they have players. Why do you think Manchester United bring Ronaldo? Ronaldo can score fucking crazy more goals. He's old, but he's super fit. And Tottenham never try to get experienced players. We invest for the future. But how long are we, how long are we going to invest for the future? Are we going to do this and not win anything?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's what it seems to be, right? We're always just buying players, bit players, spending a little bit amount of money in hopes of hitting the gold and selling one on that we never sell on, right? So anytime we've come up with a player who's been any good, we hold on to them till they're worth nothing, and the cycle continues over and over and over and over again.
Worth nothing. That's not right though. When we had Modric, we had Berbatov. Remember when Sheringham, I was at White Hart Lane. Sheringham went down on his knees and kissed the badge on Manchester United in front of all of us Tottenham fans. It was like he was spitting us, and it was the most horrible thing. I had a Teddy Sheringham shirt. It was a pony shirt, and that shirt went on my barbecue, and I burned the whole shit out of it on my barbecue. Teddy Sheringham, the whole shit went on the barbecue. I cut out the cockerel, and the whole shirt burned up with Sheringham. When he did that to us, Oh, that was. No, that was one of my worst. It was my hero. Like I played football with many years. Over 20 years, I played football in Norway, and when he did that at White Hart Lane in front of every Tottenham fans and kissed the United badge.
Kenneth,
Like-
I got to slow you down, right? Because you've gone off another rabbit trail, right? Like I'm
Okay.
not trying to put you down, but like we were talking about, like how the club buys it, and now we've gone down this rabbit trail of sharing him, and I gotta try to rein you back in so we can actually have a conversation.
No, I like you, Ken. I like your stories, man.
I like him too, but let's keep the stories in line that way, because it makes it hard for the people at home to follow, right? If we're
What did that do to your barbecue? Did that ruin your barbecue?
No, it was just the shirt on the barbecue. Burned it.
That's a good barbecue, man.
No, that was just sharing him on the barbecue.
I like that you cut out the crest first. That's class. That's a class move.
Yeah. But what are you guys' thoughts about Newcastle and them getting bought out by the Saudi Arabian country?
I'll let Ken go first.
On that one, I say no comment.
I'm shocked.
What?
I'm joking. For fuck's sake, I'm joking. Will,
Yeah.
me and my friend here in the panel, we have a key. We have a key to Fort Knox, and we're gonna fuck them Arabians up.
Oh, I'm crying.
That was my answer, Will. Somebody have to have money. If not Levi, why? Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay.
What,
that was
what do you think of the Newcastle takeover, Will Stewart?
Look, I mean, I agree with how the principle of buying success in a league. No, I don't. But unfortunately, it's already happening. So if are we going to stand on principles and then just get pushed down the table year after year? And this is the problem, I think, with having our club being valuated at 3.5 million or 3.5 billion pounds, is that nobody's going to come in to do that. Because if you're a rich person, you just go and buy the crappy team and make them good, right? So who in their right mind is going to go pay 3.5 billion pounds for Tottenham Hotspur when they can go buy, Brentford and basically just keep pushing us further and further and further down the table? So something's going to have to change. Either they're going to have to make up rules that like a salary cap on players' wages and purchases, or you're going to have to do the same thing as them. There's only two options here, right? True dichotomy.
Yeah. It's difficult because, like, if you think that the Saudis coming in to buy Newcastle is suddenly meaning that football is dead and the Premier League is just a money league, it's been like that already for a long time now.
10 years at least. Yeah.
It's just another club that is going down that route. What are your thoughts on Newcastle fans? There was a big party outside St. James Park. They were celebrating. The thing is, like, most people when they had a microphone put in front of them, it wasn't so much that they were celebrating the fact that they were being bought by the public investment fund. They were celebrating the fact that Mike Ashley was gone.
Yeah.
But there was almost like you could tell like the fans were okay, like there's a ethical and moral question involved with this takeover. And it's like, okay, we're trying to shine the light away from the fact that we're being bought by a country.
Look, and all those things, yeah, all those things make great tweets, but in the end, does anybody really care? Unfortunately.
For
like
the Newcastle
moral
fans,
and ethical things.
because they've been down a long time, and
hold on. I'm trying to ask Cody. Right? Cody.
Sorry. You're asking me, does anybody actually care about the human rights?
I mean, like they care in principle, they care, right? But
Look,
when it comes to the end of the day, does anybody really care? Like, do Newcastle fans care if it means that they're back up winning Champions Leagues and winning?
I think not only do Newcastle fans not really care, but I don't think football fans generally care either. I mean,
I agree.
If you pay to watch football on television or online, you are paying money to every owner in the Premier League. If you're a Tottenham fan paying to watch Spurs on DAZN in North America, part of what you pay goes to Manchester City. Part of what you pay goes to Chelsea. Part of what you pay will now go to the Public Investment Fund. So there's no real moral high ground for fans to kind of stand on and say, oh, well, you know, our owners, at least they're not beheading people and women's rights and the rights of gay people, etc.
LGBTQ plus.
Exactly. There's not really a moral high ground. The only way to stop is to stop watching Premier League football altogether, right? Or not just that, but like professional football. This is a problem that transcends one club, one league. You know, this is a global sport with trillions of dollars being transacted through it worldwide. And just there's corruption and crooked dealings going on. Nobody really knows the darkness that is the companies operate behind. You know, like I read an article tonight that said that while the Newcastle bid was being prevented, Levy and Lewis were out trying to sell the club to Saudis for $3.5 billion. You know, so yeah, now you know the 19 clubs in the Premier League are all banding together, and they're protesting the fact that the Saudis are coming in here and everything, because you know, like it's obviously going to tilt the competitive balance of the league, having an owner that has tons of money, that's willing to spend it, that's going to max out financial fair play, that's going to try and go the same route that Manchester City have in terms of being able to bend rules and crooked sponsorship deals and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about the money. It's all about the money for every single owner in that league, you know?
No, it is. We got a super chat here from Bob Spur TV. Join the show, bro. Surely morality goes out the window when your team becomes the richest in the world. Jealous fans are the only ones questioning it. Big up. No comment. Seems like you just made a comment though, there, Bob.
I think he's bigging up Kenneth's no comment.
But look, I mean, in like Wink 1980 here, it will cost $4 billion to get Newcastle to our level, so why not buy us and then just add players? Long run would be cheaper. No, because it's probably going to take about a good £1 billion to even just to get us up to where they could get them at that $4 billion. So,
well, it was an interesting story here on TalkSport Radio on YouTube here the other day, when they talk about how Newcastle is gonna try to get players over to Newcastle. And I have a really good friend, lives down in Klang in Thailand. He's a Bayern München fan in his heart, and he really smart when it comes to football. And he says, Kenneth, do you think the wives of those superstars want to move up to north of Newcastle? And here we go on TalkSport Radio, and that's going to have there's going to be a sad though, because they have to put the salaries up, and this is the saddest part of the games coming with Saudi Arabia, and I think they can put in 500 million, but you have to earn so and so much money, because you can't the financial fair play. But when you have a country that owns a football club, they can fucking put underneath. They own everything. Commercialized the whole Saudi Arabia. They can put a company that called Saudi whatever, and put, okay, we're gonna have that on Newcastle shirt, and nobody can. And here is 100 million pounds sponsor, and it's a whole country is going to sponsor Newcastle. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what City does. That's what City does, right? So
I know all this, and it's so corrupt. It's so corrupt.
Yeah, but I mean that's how they get around that. The financial fair play rules are so skewed, because when you get into a country, especially one that is fascist in nature, meaning that the government owns a lot of the means of production, right? Like they own enterprises and stuff like that. You just put now you have your company sponsor them, and you pay them far more than what it's worth, right? I mean, their Newcastle shirt sponsor this season maybe been paying 20 million pounds, but next year they're going to pay him 500 million pounds for a shirt sponsorship, right? So I mean, there's nothing that the Premier League can do about that, because it's a sponsorship through a company, right? And they have a contract, right? And then they can use that money to go and buy players, all that they need to buy. And I think it's going to hurt Tottenham even worse. I really do. I think this is going to kill Tottenham in the fact that they're going to be coming in for Son. They're going to be coming in for Kane. They're going to be coming in for players like Højbjerg. And we're going to be stuck with Harry Winks. And
no, he's going to Everton.
Because there's not that many players out there in the world that are at that level, right?
Son is staying at Tottenham. Not be afraid of that. And Harry Winks.
They come in, they offer 150 million pounds for Son. I guarantee you, Levy sells.
Who?
If Newcastle came in for 150 million pounds for Heung-min Son,
no,
guarantee you he'd be on the next train up to Newcastle.
He's staying. Kane maybe, but
400,000 pounds a week, or 400,000 pounds a week.
Not Son. No. He's
not even making 200 at Tottenham, right? Making less money than Tanguy and Ndombele.
Son is a bit of a special case, because it doesn't really make sense why he would have signed a 4-year deal with us at that weekly. Say what?
Sure, you get Tottenham a lot of money.
No, why would it make sense for Son? From Son's perspective, he could have wrote out his contract if he wanted 400,000 a week and go somewhere else where he can win trophies, right? So, I understand what you're saying. You're definitely, your opinion is valid in that Newcastle are going to be wanting to splash cash. They're going to offer big wages. They're going to be able to attract big talent. I just don't think Son is a good example to be debating.
I'm not afraid for Son.
I'm saying it's not an impossibility, right? This is not an impossibility, right? Or any of our other good players, right? That we like. I mean, because money talks.
Money talks.
Bullshit walks.
That's right. And right now, Daniel Levy's the bullshit, right?
I wish all of us fans, hardcore Tottenham fans, we always wonder. And he rarely give an interview to our fans, and when he does, he always say he's always polite and so and so. And I'm a fan as you are. He says to our fans, to us and you, but no trophies. Okay, we have the biggest stadium and all that, but more than ever, Tottenham fans deserve a title. And I'm not talking about League Cup. I'm talking about winning the league. even FA Cup, but something. The
Right,
league
but I mean,
is.
Kenneth, how we definitely deserve one, but how are we going to get one if we continue buying for the future every single year?
Yeah, it's going straight down the toilet. It's crap. As I told you, the interview with Paratici. Oh, look at the big picture. Look, we are now one step over. Okay, we got Romero and we got the player from Barcelona, Royal on the and so. Okay, we're a little bit step over, he says. And I can't. Okay, second half, as I told you, I guess Villa was pretty good, and but still, I haven't seen Tottenham's team improve in any position in the team in the field, playing and vice versa. We even play better with Mourinho on different games, but that's another story. And I don't know. I said on the other channel, the Tottenham, the guys Sim and Ben on the channel, I said I think Nuno is going to get fired first, but now Watford manager got fired, and I got a lot of shit in the chat because I said it, and I said no, because the football we're playing, I don't like it, and we have so much potential, and I can understand why we should defense. Harry Kane, he's been anonymous in all the games. He haven't scored a goal. I remember 2-3 years ago, Harry Kane didn't score in August, and now he haven't scored, and now we are up in October.
Well, I told you guys he wouldn't score through the end of. I said he wouldn't score till November.
Oh, it's crazy. It's something strange. It's okay. Harry Kane was unlucky. He could have hit one goal and have a pass, and it's. I'm just frustrated, guys.
And Gogama asks, do you think, she said, I'm curious, do you think that Newcastle will go on a shopping spree this January? Heck yes, they will. I think from what I've heard, Conte is coming in.
Well, I've seen that rumor. I've seen the rumor that Steve Bruce won't be manager this coming week.
So you got Conte coming in, right? Harry Kane, Heung-min Son going to Newcastle in January. Sure they do, Wink. All they got to do is make a big sponsorship. Boom, they got the money.
They can spend 190 million in the January window and be within FFP.
Based on current financial situations. But between now and then, if they get a new sponsorship.
Well, even 190 million is a lot of money to spend in a January window.
Yeah, it is. But look, I mean, people say, relegate him, do whatever. It's not going to matter, right? You can relegate him. You could, City got relegated and then can't move back up, right? So they could get relegated this season and they'll be winning the Premier League in the next 3-4 years.
Guys, is there a company in America that have a lot of money that could potentially bought Tottenham?
Nobody's paying $3.5 million for a club when
I
they
know,
can go buy a cheap one and make them.
I'm asking you, do you think it's because all the Saudi Arabian, is there a company? Because you have to have a heart in the club, and it's not easy to find.
Look, the only way to sell a club these days is to run it into the ground, make it worth nothing, and then somebody else buy it and do something with it.
Oh, never happened with Tottenham though. So
yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. We'll be stuck.
Yeah. What was the last big takeover of a club that was already highly successful?
The only hope for us is an American brand coming in order to make money off of it, to drain it of its finances, right?
So like the Glazers.
Yeah. So that's what it is. You got
Manchester United, 1.6 billion stocks, and none of the money is going to the club.
I think somebody put in a comment earlier, and they said that and this tends to be the case, right? When the Middle Eastern countries come in to buy a club, they invest money into it to make it. It's kind of for them. They're already filthy rich, right? So for them, it's kind of a pride thing, right? To have their brands associated with it, and so they build it up to be a success, regardless of how much it costs. The American owners come in and buy successful clubs to gain capital off of them, not to invest capital into them. That's why Manchester United has never gone back to their old position of glory that they had in the early 2000s. Unfortunately. Name a club, name an American-owned club that's successful. Liverpool? That would be the only one. It's been successful in the last 10 years.
How long have the Cronkies owned Arsenal?
Since they built the stadium, so it would have been like 14 years.
Like, no, the Emirates has been around longer than that.
14, 15, I think.
I thought the Emirates opened in 99 or something.
Well, that would only be
22 years.
I don't think it's that long. Could be.
Google have the answer.
Emirates Stadium, 2004, was when they broke ground. It was
okay.
Completed in 2006. Yeah, so 15 years.
There you go.
Guys, I was at White Hart Lane on a tour in the stadium when they drove in a small digger and they started demolish old White Hart Lane. I was sitting up in the seats where Daniel Levy we were on a tour, and they started demolish. A piece of my heart went, oh, is this happening? And you could see outside they started building it was crazy. It was really insane because the stadium's huge. So I've been there only once now on the new stadium, but it was a little bit special to see they start digging. They came in through the corner on the north left side and come in, and they start just the seats. Just the digger just drove straight ahead, whoop up with the grab. Holy shit, is this really happening? and the guy is old Tottenham. He's legendary. Who done all the tours for all the tourists for many years. And look what we are seeing now. And that was hard to see though, because the old stadium was special. It was crazy sound, but the new stadium is insane. I hope. I know both of you haven't been there, and I promise you, when you go into the stadium, both of you gonna cry in a good way.
If people want to see my face in the stadium, they're gonna have to get in some more super chats. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not kidding. But
shameless.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I still crazy stadium. I hope you American guys can travel over. And I know dude up there on the panel here, he went and saw Tottenham fans. I never met Tottenham. Remember, I told you on the chat, you never met a Tottenham fan ever in your life.
Nope.
And you went. Was that when you met Brian Daigle? Was that in Canada or
Canada? Yep.
Yeah. I remember I saw this on the screen, and what? And you said that, I was like blown away. Holy shit! There's a Tottenham fan. We've never been with other Tottenham fans. Now, like, I want to. At that moment when you said that, I was like, holy shit! I have to buy this guy. Holy shit! How can we fix him? Come to Tottenham and see everybody in the bars. You're gonna.
I'll get there. I'll get there one day.
I know. You're gonna have a meltdown in a good way.
Is that different than the true Geordie? Or is that the same thing? You just spelled it wrong.
But I wish both of you hope you come to
What's up,
Tottenham.
baby?
Yeah, no, listen, I've got a young family at home, so it's not a great time for me to plan travel. And of course, the pandemic has been a big bummer as well for everybody. But someday soon, I will make my way over there and meet some of these great people that we've had the pleasure of chatting with so much, and go to a game and maybe even attend a protest. You never know.
The protest.
About the protest. Wow. Did I call it or what? Unfortunately.
About like not getting well supported.
Yeah, like 5 people going.
I don't think the protest will be for you to walk down the tube station, the train station. You go down and you see all the Tottenham fans, and you see the bars, the pubs all around. And you're like, I promise you, it's nothing like you can ever dream of. It's like you are gonna be Superman. You're gonna feel like Superman. It's like you have thousands and thousands of Tottenham fans, just the same as you, and everybody
Man,
just.
I felt like Superman when I met Brian Daigle.
Yeah, he knows a lot about Tottenham. He's a smart guy. If you ask him, he knows who Rule Fox. He knows all the players. Like David Howe, he knows. If you ask him, he can name fucking every player since. I'm amazed. I saw him here or the other day on the one stream, and he mentioned so many players that I even forgot about. You know, he played for Tottenham, and oh yeah, he did, and he mentioned every player from Rule Fox, David Howells, I remember, of course, and he remember. Pat Van Howe, he remember all the players, and he's a smart guy. He's a really smart guy.
We call him Rain Man because he's just got that memory that he's got all the data stored up there. He's like a Tottenham computer. But he was on Tommy's stream the other day, and they did a quiz, and Brian was so excited because he just lives for these quizzes. And Tommy called it like a super Tottenham quiz or something like that. But then Tommy put like a bunch of non-Tottenham related questions on the quiz, and Brian didn't know the answers, and he was getting so freaking angry. It was so hilarious.
Well, he's a smart guy, though.
He's like putting the questions on there, like trick questions, like, you know, what's 0 to the 0th power?
No, just like non-Spurs related pop culture, that type of stuff, you know. Like what professional athlete made the most money in 2020, and it was Ronaldo, Brady, Conor McGregor, and another athlete. Stuff like that.
I'm on Brian Daigle's side there, though. But
does anybody in the chat know 0 squared? What is 0 squared? Anybody know?
0 squared, that's 7.
Sorry?
0 points.
It's what?
I'm joking.
Oh, 0 squared is 1. Crickets. There you go, Abdul. Abdul got it. Abdul got it.
Okay, can I do a quiz for both of you? I have one quiz. I did it here in my local bar some years ago. I had a Tottenham scarf. Nobody got it.
Which one? Which one?
No, it's an easy quiz. Actually, it's a. I'm gonna say it's a team. When Tottenham won the league, who's not there anymore. But if Tottenham's going to win the league, they have to be in the league, because we haven't won since that team have in 96. Okay, I can say in 1961 that team was in the league when we won, and we haven't won anything since that team have been in Premier League. Which team is this? You can Google it actually, but it's one team when we won the league that was in the league and it's not in the league anymore. But when
Just
we
one
win,
team.
yeah, one team. What
And
is
we haven't won any trophies since this team left the Premier League.
No, I'm talking about 1961. We haven't won the league since 1961.
Oh, so we haven't won the league since. Okay.
And that team was in the league when we won, but the team is not in the league now. So we have to have that team up so we can win. Because it's like
Is that the curse or something? Like I want
yeah,
to say Sunderland off the top of my head, but that's not them. They've been in the league before.
Come on, try. Okay, I'm gonna give you help. It start with S.
I mean, is it Sunderland?
No.
No.
I can't Google it because I'm on my phone, but I don't want to Google it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just say it.
Give us a little bit more time.
Will
Stevenage?
can just Google 1961 league table and he can find their team. Easy peasy.
So this is a team we played in the final?
No. When we won the league, that team was in the league, and that team.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes, there you go, bingo.
I was gonna say Sheffield United, but I knew that wasn't the case because they were.
Sheffield Wednesday. I did a quiz about that in a local pub here in Stavanger. I had a present with a Tottenham scarf. Nobody knew it. It was too hard. So I was a girl. Okay, here's your scarf. You win. And nobody. What do you mean?
But look, they were in the league all the way up to like 1996.
Oh yeah,
I mean, what happened to us? That's like 30 years of them being in the league before we had anything.
Famous
so
Abdul
got a haircut, looking sharp.
What's going on, guys, man?
Looking young now, looking like a little kid.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on this thing, man. The work has been killing me, man. I have no idea about the quiz. I've been trying to.
I was just.
I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna look at the. I don't want to do that. No.
That was just
Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, Sheffield Wednesday. That was the answer.
Yeah, I got it right.
How did you get it right? Did you cheat or did you actually?
No, I'm just smart.
Right. He didn't get it.
Will he Google it?
I Googled it, and I'm trying to see when they got relegated though.
We had a famous Tottenham player, Chris Waddle. He played for Sheffield Wednesday as well.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, man. Hopefully one day we'll see that Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United.
Sheffield Wednesday are a very old club with a lot of history.
Yeah,
Sheffield United?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday, they've won Europa League a couple times.
Even older.
Sheffield Wednesday. I totally forgot even how their crest looks like.
It's like an owl.
Is it blue? Yeah, I feel like it's blue.
Yeah, blue owl on a branch.
Remember them from my Football Manager days.
I'm trying to see.
They're in League One. They just beat Bolton 1-0. Oh, Bolton! What happened to Bolton Wanderers, man? Oh my goodness.
League Cup.
We had a Tottenham player. Remember Gudny Bergson? Play for Tottenham. He went to Bolton to play for Bolton. This is Mr. Brian Daigle. He loves all those. He remember everything when it comes to a player. Gudny Bergson, Icelandic player. He played really well for Tottenham, and then he went to Bolton and played. He was really good at Bolton for many years, and always gave us trouble. Do you remember this? What's your name in the? I can't see the.
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be real. Like when it comes to like, you know, like the old Spurs, I'm not gonna.
Let me ask you what your name is. I have you on my telephone, so I can't have to zoom in.
Oh.
So
Abdul, Abdul.
Abdu.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Kenneth from Stavanger, Norway.
Kenneth from where? What'd you say?
Stavanger, Norway.
Oh, from Norway. Okay, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. I haven't seen. This is my first time seeing you on this panel.
Come on, he's been on a couple times, man. He's been on a couple times.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been here, but I'm just saying this is the first time that I.
Yeah, I don't come on often. Sometimes I go in and piss Will a little bit off because I always interrupt him.
It's not the interruption.
I like
it's
that.
like it's like going down the rabbit trails that you go down. You just go down these rabbit trails for days, and it's like I got to throw my fishing pole, hook you, reel you back in.
Everybody in the Premier League, I guess, is hoping that Newcastle gets relegated this year, huh? That's gonna.
It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, it's gonna push back the plan. At least they're not gonna be a threat for 1 year. So yeah. Do you guys think Newcastle can make that drastic turnaround? Like, I mean, like, do you think they can actually pull a Man City, Chelsea kind of move?
No. Remember, City took 2 years, 3 years before the first player they bought. That was Robinho, and then they bought all the Blackburn players, and took 2-3 years before City started winning.
Which we're
and for Newcastle, it's not going to be like the win tomorrow. It's going to have a. I remember all the, like my good friend in Klang down in Thailand, the wives of the super players. You think they want to live up in Newcastle? Hell no.
I do remember that. That is a good point. Ted Lasso's team, Richmond, played Sheffield Wednesday, and he was confused. It was pretty funny. It was like one like who's on first type of a deal, right? He was like, so when do we play Sheffield? Or he's like, when do we play next? And he's like, we play Sheffield on Wednesday. Or we play Sheffield Wednesday. He's like, oh, so we're playing the match on Wednesday, not on Saturday? They're like, no, we're playing Sheffield Wednesday. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why aren't we playing them on Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
It was a joke. It was pretty funny. It's a good show. It's a
Okay,
good show if you guys haven't watched it.
since
Ted
you-
Lasso. Apple send me money.
Will had a joke there. How do you sink a Swedish submarine?
How do you sink a Swedish submarine?
Yeah.
Come
Come
I
on.
have no idea.
Huh? Come on. Okay, here I'm from Norway and I have IQ of 0.0 and I know this answer.
How do you sink a Swedish submarine?
Yeah.
Like
Come
there's
on.
no entailment here that I can grab onto to make a logical conclusion of what the answer is. It's a Swedish submarine. I don't know,
Yeah.
with Swedish fish?
Okay.
What's
You need
the comments saying?
you want to
Let me see what the comments are saying.
Okay.
Swedish fish.
Will and
It's not
Will
really-
and Shark.
Cody
Okay.
Mack. Shark? You do it with Cody Mack? You think a
No,
Swedish submarine with Cody
no.
Mack?
Okay. How do you
Makes
sink a
sense.
Swedish submarine?
Cody Mack.
Cody man, how do you sink a Swedish submarine?
I have no idea.
That was his answer.
I have
My
no
answer is Cody
idea.
Mack. My answer
Cody.
is Cody Mack.
Cody, you swim down and knock on the door.
That's how you. But how does that sink? Oh, it's gonna open up the door. And it's gonna.
Because the Swedes are stupid, so they'll open up the door.
And then
Of
the water
course.
would just go.
Water will come in.
How did I not think of that?
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys a question about this. Have you guys like talked about the whole Newcastle takeover or anything like that?
Yeah, for like the last 59 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ask your
Well, I was
questions. That's what
gonna
we're
say,
here for.
like-
Just talk. There's no,
There's no outline or agenda, whatever. Right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so like obviously the Newcastle is being taken over by some rich Saudi dons, and like how long do you think it'll take Newcastle to kind of like, I guess, surpass us and kind of be like a top 16? Because I understand, like for Newcastle to kind of win the Champions League, not the the Premier League, that's going to take that's going to take a while, because even though they have boatloads of money, Man City and Chelsea are so far ahead of them, and they also have boatloads of money to spend. But the real teams that's going to suffer, the real team that's going to be hard to kind of compete with Newcastle are the Tottenhams and the Arsenal, the teams that don't really spend that much money, and that's already kind of like decreasing in quality. So like, how long do you think it'll take Newcastle to kind of be like a top 6 team, and how much money do you think they would need to, I guess, inject into the team? Like, do you think they can like surpass Tottenham in one summer window, 2 summer windows?
The players that they have now, because they don't have all junk, right? You got some players like St. Maximum.
That's pretty much it, to be honest.
They
have Callum Wilson, I guess, if you think he's a top 6 level striker.
He's a bit older, though, right?
So they are
let me pull up their squad here for a second, and then we can see.
I mean, they do have like that Brazilian striker flop. I remember they paid a lot of money for him too. I remember. Obviously, they have that Miguel Almiron, Paraguay winger. They paid good money for him from MLS. I mean, but they are
good money. They got him super cheap.
The most scared I about when it comes to Newcastle is the salary. They're gonna give the players.
Not a problem. That's not a problem. Salary's not a problem. Goodbye, Cody Mack. Everybody, Cody Mack had to go. He didn't.
Oh, he had to go. Well, I was just mentioning about. Oh, I didn't see that message.
Bye, bye, Cody Mack. St. Maximum, you got. Colin Wilson. What?
Yeah.
Brian Fraser isn't horrible. Almiron isn't horrible.
I mean, they have a relegation squad, like honestly, but like how long do you think, like how much money do you think it'll cost to kind of surpass, like Everton, Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester may be a little bit tougher, but Leicester is decline. I don't know what's up with Leicester this year, but yeah.
Well, I mean, what you do is you kind of, Matt Ritchie isn't horrible either. What you do is you run it back. Let's look at their top players. So St. Maxim Colism, Joe Willock, he's not horrible. Matt Ritchie's decent. And then that's about it. The rest of these people, I don't even know who they are. Never even heard their names before. But so they got 1, 2,
maybe Jamal Lewis, the left back. Maybe he's decent.
3, 4. So they got about 4 players on their starting 11.
I'm going to be honest with our friend on the panel. I think it's going to take Newcastle 3 years, but they're going to get. The clue is they're going to pay a lot of salaries for the players, because as I told Will and Cody, he knows that this is like my friend told. They're going to struggle with the wives of the players. They want to live in London. They want to live in, Newcastle up north with the sea cold. And that's the most difficult.
Buy a flat in London and have their wives stay in London, and then they go in Newcastle in a hotel.
I feel like that problem is not as big as a problem as it was like in the early 2000s, because now you have teams like, I feel like there's you can get a lot of ambitious players out there that wants to go to a great team. Like, look, is Manchester?
The weather's not much different in Manchester than it is in Newcastle. So,
like, how great is Manchester compared to Newcastle? Is it that big?
It's a bigger city.
Me and Will agreed to this earlier this evening, and what I'm most scared about is this a whole country who have bought Newcastle, and what they can do to mix up and. They own everything when it comes to commercial in Saudi Arabia. They can put on Okay, and nobody can find out because they own everything. It's a whole country,
Yeah.
and they put one here is 500
Even the
million.
companies, look, even the companies they don't own, right? All they have to
Yeah,
do is
exactly,
give them some kind of
exactly.
government incentive to.
The whole country doing this, and they own everything. They own everything in Saudi Arabia, and they can here come Newcastle with new commercial, and it's the whole country, not under the name of the buyers, but they own everything, so they can put in money from that company. Okay, we're going to sponsor Newcastle, and you can't. It's like in
See,
the
here's
whole.
the thing too. When you have countries that output out or export oil, right? They don't even have to spend money. They don't even have to spend the money they have. This is what they do, right? They go to an airline company. You could go to U.S. Airways. Hold on, let me finish. They could go to a company like U.S. Airways, and they could say, "We'll sell you jet fuel. We'll pay you back what you spend in sponsorships and jet fuel."
Yeah, basically that.
And then they're not even spending their own cash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's going to be the only way. You have to kind of like trying to wiggle themselves out of like the financial fair play. Just they're gonna have to do a bunch of loopholes, but they got a bunch of smart people on their side. I'm sure they're gonna find a way to.
Oh yeah, they'll figure it out.
Put
It's not hard. I could do it.
I'm gonna say something to you guys. Daniel Lewis, his daughter, Daniel Lewis, is now he's over 80 years old. He's old, and he have a big fortune.
90.
And his daughter, she's a big Tottenham fan, and I wish she could inherit more money from Lewis. Go on, Tottenham. I'm going to win because Lewis' daughter, she's a big Tottenham fan, even bigger than. I'm not joking. She's bigger than Daniel Levy. She's Tottenham fan through and through.
Yeah, but like the thing. What I heard was like there is people out there that want to buy Tottenham. Like obviously Tottenham's you're in London. You already have the stadium that's already set off. The stadium's going to generate money for yourself from all these events and shit like that, right? So Tottenham itself to buy is a nice, attractive thing to buy, right? But the thing is, like, there's reports that Daniel Levy, like, he wants like 3.5 billion, and that has kind of scared off a lot of potential buyers. A lot of potential buyers has deemed that value that Daniel Levy slapped on the price tag is like unreasonable. The club should not be nowhere near 3.5 billion in terms of market value, but.
No, but
like,
did you see
how much was Newcastle worth? Like Newcastle, how much did the Saudi was it like
3 million only? And Tottenham last winter, Tottenham was offered 800 million and in stocks, and they want to buy Tottenham and be a part. And Daniel Levy said no because he wants to have power over. Yeah, it was offered 800 million pounds. This was last winter or something. The company that offered the name never came out. You can Google this. And Levy said no because they wanted Prosent and Enik. He will never give up everything. And I mean, if Tottenham is going to be sold, I generally hope it's not easy these days though, but for somebody that loves Tottenham, it's hard these days. You have the companies and who want to win, and but Daniel Levy, he loves Tottenham, and it's hard to find people that really loves a club these days because it's all about money. And Daniel Levy, seriously, his son is Arsenal fan. That's the most horrible thing ever. I can't understand that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be transferred over to his son. He's gonna have an Arsenal fan in the Tottenham board. But like,
because remember, Daniel Levy is a really smart guy, and he's honest, and he's a hell of a businessman, and and the stadium we got now, and all the training field. The only thing we miss now to top everything is the league title, in my opinion. And for me to see, okay, we're going to invest young players again and get, instead of here the other year, I just wish, why get Harry Redknapp back in the team? I just said it because I know I love Harry Redknapp, and he would just boom, he would buy in experienced players just to make a good football for Tottenham. And he knows.
What I think, I want Tottenham to kind of break this cycle. They have like a strict budget when it comes to the salary, and I just feel like, listen, if you're not going to spend big money on bringing in, if you're not going to spend big on transfer value, right, to buying a bunch of 40, 50 million pound players, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do what Juventus does. They buy players who have 1 year left, but they pay a lot in salaries. So like, you're not really making that big of a saving when you are buying a player like on 1 year left in his transfer, because you have to pay him more in weekly salary, which is like, clearly Juventus, they pay like Aaron Ramsey like 300K a week because he had 1 year left in his transfer on his contract. I just feel like Tottenham, they need to kind of break that spell. Like if you're comparing Tottenham's transfer, if you're comparing Tottenham's salary cap or like their salary bill in comparison to like the Chelsea, the Liverpool.
I'm going to give you a good example for your question here. I would break the bank to sign Haaland next year. I would break the bank to sign Erling Haaland. He lives not far from like 2-3 kilometers. And my friend, his daughter, his best friend, she won Olympic gold medal with Norway football team in Australia. Jan Erik and Silje, she won Olympic gold medal, but she is best friend with Haaland's mother. So shall we give ask? Come on, he's
he's not going to come, man. He's
I know, but his father,
young prick anyway. So
he's Leeds. Haaland, he loves Leeds because of his dad. And but still, I would break the bank to sign him.
I give Newcastle, I would say, what's this year? When the season ends, what, 21, 22?
Yeah,
I would say 20.
You say like just go by transfer window.
They break top 4 by 23, 24.
No, okay, you're saying top 4 would be tough though. I mean, that would be tough. Breaking top 4.
Yep, they break top 4 by 23, 24.
What is that? So is that 2 summer windows? 2 summer transfer windows?
2 summers and 3 winters. 5 windows. 200 million apiece.
Who's dropping off then? Who's dropping off for Newcastle to make their way in?
Either Manchester United or Liverpool.
Man United or Liverpool.
But guys, how cool would it be if somebody had the balls to just try to sign a player like Haaland? Here's the money, and it's going to be a bidding like after Christmas.
It won't happen.
Proposal goes up, and it's 700 million.
Look, I have a better chance, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but I have a better chance of waking up tomorrow and pooping Skittles than Tottenham Hotspur has in signing.
Well, I'm just saying, it would be really cool if me and you.
It would be really cool. But like I said, there's a better chance of me waking up tomorrow and pooping Skittles.
I mean, listen, when it comes to Erling Haaland, there's no such thing as the bidding war because he has a release clause. Everybody's going to put up the 120 million, whatever it is, and he just
75.
chooses.
75
whatever the value is, they're going to put it up, and it's going to be. There's no
guys,
such thing as bidding war.
Chelsea tried to sign Haaland, and do you know the salary? This was like almost 850,000 pounds a week. So fuck off, Chelsea.
We'll never come close to paying that in wages.
Well,
like we can afford the 75.
Amount,
we can afford the 75, but first of all, we're never going to pay close to £1 million a week for him to play. And 2, he's never going to want to play for any club that's not in the Champions League. So unless we finish top 4 this season, we have 0 chance. Like I said, a better chance of me waking up tomorrow and pooping Skittles.
Or me putting on my old football shoes and lose 20 kilos.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know. Will I know?
No, I mean, Kenneth, even that is possible, right? But me waking up tomorrow and pooping edible Skittles, most likely it's not going to happen.
I know. It's just a dream wish, you know.
Yeah. In my dreams, I could poop Skittles.
Can I ask you, Will, when did you become a Tottenham fan? What year or?
It depends on what you mean by fan.
When did you find Tottenham? 19.
When did I first watch Tottenham Hotspur
No,
play?
when did you become a fan of Tottenham? Well,
so I would say I've been watching them. I watched them casually, right after my mom and stepdad got married, because that would have been not quite that long. It would have been 2000. They got married before this, but about 2006 is when I started having any interest in football at all. So I would watch them casually. I didn't really start being a fan until we signed Son. So
now you
2013, 14 season.
The guy on the panel here, he probably remember. I wish, this is the coolest experience I had. I think when Tottenham signed Jürgen Klinsmann, that was insane. This was in early 90s. Jürgen Klinsmann come to Tottenham for the first time. Holy shit! Everybody went bananas. That was crazy.
But we have not signed any world-class players since then, right?
No, no, exactly.
Under Daniel Levy, we have signed not one.
No. We have a Ginola and from Newcastle, and
I mean Berbatov maybe.
No, you can't. Jürgen Klinsmann, he was superstar, and we haven't signed any superstars since.
Yeah,
Jürgen Klinsmann.
Nor will we.
Yeah.
And it's you see Manchester United. Comes Ronaldo. Okay, we got. You know what I hate most on the COVID. You know, my biggest hero of all the time. I love Gareth Bale, and here he plays for Tottenham, and he started playing really good end of last season, and helped us to go to this stupid cup in Europe. And doesn't matter, he played really well for us. And then everybody come back to the stadium, and we can't watch him play. And everybody, you know, and that was insane, guys. Do you agree?
What, watching Gareth Bale come back to Tottenham?
No, that the fans could not see him play.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he's old, right? I mean, he's not a fit fiddle. He hasn't been playing that much in La Liga, I don't think.
No,
he started off the season great,
but he was in his best form in the end. When he on the left hand side there on Tottenham, he was playing awesome football and scoring, and old Gareth Bale there. But that was the salary, and I know Daniel Levy said you can stay, and now he want to go back to Real Madrid, and because the coach from Everton went down there, and the other guy was fired, and now. But
yeah, I think 3 matches.
I think he's been injured since he left. I don't know, but still, that was a player I always loved to see. And I remember when I went when he was like going from Tottenham. I went over. There was the old stadium, White Hart Lane, and I never dared to put numbers or names on my shirt anymore because I feel jinxed. Every time I put a player on, I never, after Sheringham, hell no, never again. And
but folks, I do have to end the show early tonight. So if any more topics we want to talk about, I promised my kids we'd watch a movie, that new Venom flick or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Have fun. So we got about 15 minutes or so left. Anything else?
Well, I'm leaving
Cheer,
now.
chat about?
Goodbye, guys. And,
All right. Good night, Kenneth. Thanks for coming on, man. It's always fun. You always make me laugh.
Yeah. Sorry for being a little bit interrupted.
Nah,
I'll come
okay.
on another day. If it's
Trust me, if it bothered me, I'd tell you. I'd just stop you. Right? So, yeah,
of
you're
course.
fine.
All the best. And to the other guy, I forget the name.
Abdul.
Abdul. Big up.
Right there on the screen.
Big up, Abdul.
Tease it.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
And
man.
Tottenham fans, we are brothers for life.
That's true.
And if you ever need help, if you ever in my hometown, I said to everybody, if Tottenham play in I guess Viking in the Europe League, come on, my door is open. Come on, you don't need.
All right, I will do that for sure. I will definitely hit you up, and
I promise you, my door is always open for Tottenham fans. You know.
No, and Kenneth, we appreciate your support for the channel. We always love having you on.
And you have a good time this evening. I mean, a good time this evening. That come a little bit wrong though. But come on, you Spurs, and let's hope we beat Newcastle. I ordered 2 goals from Harry Kane next week. If he can't score, I'm 100% sure that Harry Kane will score against Newcastle. 100%. 100%.
Take your word for it.
Okay.
100%.
It's bold, but okay.
And if not, you can ask me afterwards. I promise you, he will score because this is the first time Harry Kane haven't scored in the odds are like 100 to 1 to Kane to score against Newcastle now.
All right, man. We will do that for sure.
Yeah. So have a good evening, guys, and talk to you later. And I will, if you're going up next weekend before the Newcastle game, go and say hello and take care over in the States and buy yourself a new Tottenham shirt, both of you, and all the best, guys.
All right, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot for coming on. We hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tomorrow, yeah.
5001 chat from Gogama says, hope our players are staying healthy over the international break. Son, I think, was not feeling well, but still played. How did Korea do in that match? I missed it, and I didn't see any news updates on it.
Is that the same match where Son scored on the last minute, or did they play again in like the last day or yesterday?
They should have only played, and they should have played at least once during this break already.
I mean, I know Son. He scored like in the last minute. I think it was against Iran. I think they beat them like
1-0.
I don't know, 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that. But yeah, good for Son. Building up confidence, scoring, coming clutch like what he always does. Tomorrow, 9:00 a.m. Italy versus Belgium, Nations League bronze game. Who you got winning that in the Belgium versus Italy? Italy just got their first loss. Their streak just got snapped against Spain. So do you think they're going to pick up back-to-back L's, or do you think they can find a way to beat Belgium, which Belgium was very unlucky to lose against France in the Nations League semifinals. They lost 3-2. They were up 2-0 at halftime against France. They choked the game, So, yeah, man, Belgium is looking decent. Their back line is still a bit shaky and a little ancient, with Toby, Jan, and Denayer. So it's a little bit shaky. But, again, they're facing Italy tomorrow. So do you think they can pick up a win, or how do you see the game going?
The UK?
No, our time. So 9:00 was it Eastern time? 9 a.m.
Who's playing Italy now? Korea?
Belgium. Yeah. Nations League bronze match. Yeah, third place match.
I think Italy wins,
game.
to be honest with you.
You think in regulation or extra time or penalties?
In regulation time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Belgium's past their mark.
I understand. Yeah. Clearly, yeah, they clearly are past their mark. Like, but again, like against
What
France, they
happened?
looked good.
Did I lose you? I lost you for a second.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. Yeah, I said yeah. Against France, they looked good. Lukaku is looking dominant. Lloris making a big. Did you see that Lloris? He made an incredible save to keep the game 0-0, but then he conceded like a pretty shit goal against Lukaku. Lukaku's shot it and it went on Lloris's near side, which I think Lloris should have done a lot better. But he made.
What did
one
you
huge
guys do?
Hmm?
Let's play Mexico or something like that, didn't you?
It's going to be a tough game, but I think I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Italy. Yeah, I think Italy will win in penalties. I'm gonna say penalties. They're gonna somehow probably like a 1-1 game, go to pens, and then the same day at 2:45 is the Nations League final, which is France versus Spain. France obviously beating Belgium in the semifinals, and Spain ending Italy's streak, beating them in the semifinals. How do you think that game ends up?
Which one?
France versus Spain in the Nations League final at 2:45.
Oh, France is going to kill Spain. Spain's weak too.
You think so? But they beat Italy though, and Spain was like probably the closest, or they probably put their best effort against Italy in the Euros. Like I don't think anybody came as close to beating Italy than France. I mean than Spain. I mean, yeah, we before the Euros coming up, we were saying Spain is like they're just a dead team. They're kind of old and they're just not the same. But I mean, they are playing good. They did play good in the Euros, and they are in the Nations League final, beating Italy. Do you think that like the kind of like the public doesn't give the Spain the credit that because honestly, yeah, the Nations League final and Euros semifinal. I mean, they are.
Yeah, no, no. I just don't have any love for Spain. I think they're an overrated squad. They don't have any attacking players.
Yeah, but they move well as a unit though. They're very cohesive, even though
They're missing a striker, and they've been missing a striker for years, and it's been killing them. You know what I mean?
I mean, against Italy though, they got 2 goals. They beat Italy. You don't think they can somehow scrape a victory against France?
No, not against France. No.
I mean, France is not that. France got. Remember, like I said, France was 2-0 down against Belgium at halftime.
France has this team that anytime they want, they can turn on the gas and they got humiliated in the Euros, right? And so they're not going to do that again, right? But that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you got France has got Mbappe and 9 million other high level players,
but I feel like France is like the difference between this French team and like the World Cup winning one in what was that, like 2018 or something? 2018 World Cup winning. I feel like
but you're all into this Nations League stuff. What about your own country, my man? What about Canada? You guys drew 1-1 with Mexico on Thursday night. You didn't even watch it, did you?
Nope. Nope.
Come on now. You don't want to qualify for the World Cup for the first time ever?
They're facing what? They face Mexico. What was the score? What is
1-1.
that?
They drew 1-1 with
World
Mexico.
Cup qualifiers?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know how the even thing works out. So what? Like if they're second place, I don't even know how it works out. I'm gonna just
So what it is first through third qualify, right?
First, okay, yeah.
And then fourth and fifth go into a playoff for the fourth spot. So right now Canada's sitting in third place with 6 points.
Okay, and first and second, I guess, is U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah, U.S. and Mexico are tied right now for 8. U.S. is in front of Mexico on goal differential.
Who do you think is Canada's biggest threat to kind of?
But right now, El Salvador and Panama. So they're sitting right behind you with 5 points.
I mean, we can get the El Salvador and Panama. We can get that. Definitely,
Yeah,
Canada.
man.
I mean, Canada. They have like They have Jonathan David, you know, that striker from Lille. He's a solid player. Obviously,
You guys play
Alphonso
Jamaica
Davies.
tomorrow.
We can definitely beat Jamaica. I mean, like, you know, like I would be a lot scared if like Mikel Antonio was playing for Jamaica, but no, he's not.
And then the big one is Panama on Wednesday. If you beat Panama on
Yeah.
Wednesday, that should put you
Like
give
4
you
points.
pretty much lock you in for because there's only one more. No, I think this keeps going until March. So the teams that I think we're supposed to play every team in the thing twice. There's 8 teams, so that means if you play them twice,
Like,
it
what is that?
means you don't pay yourself. So there's 14.
14?
Yeah, 14 international breaks. So you get 3 at a time. So they've done 3. This will be 6 by the end of this one. 9, 12.
And
So
probably
there's
just-
an international break in November. So I think it's by March or something like that.
okay.
And right now, you're looking like you're about to qualify for your worst World Cup ever. And if you beat Panama, that should put you. If you beat Jamaica, which you're probably gonna do, they haven't won anyone. They haven't beaten anyone. You don't want to draw them.
Yeah.
That would not help your cause. Say you beat them. Panama's next match is
That's a big one.
the USA tomorrow.
Ooh, see, so they can pick up a good 4-point lead before the
Yeah,
game.
well, yeah, you can pick up 6 points, right? So if you win tomorrow, if you beat Jamaica and we beat Panama, and then you beat Panama on Wednesday, you should be you should have a good 6 or 7 point lead on them.
So that's a 7-point lead, yeah. Because we already have a 1-point lead right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew, if Canada makes a thing, man, Canada's gonna be rocking. But like, I think the next World Cup is gonna be in Qatar. Right? The one after that, right?
You automatically get in. I think
automatically, yeah.
on that one.
So it can be twice.
Canada,
in a row.
Mexico, and the United States. I think automatically get in.
It can be consecutive. And you know, Canada, they got some talent coming out. Like I remember, I think there's one Canadian kid playing in what team?
Are you going to go to a World Cup match in 2026? It'll be in Toronto, most likely. They'll have some.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, I'm going 2026. Like I've been talking with like my older bro. Like we made plans. This is back in like 2017 or something.
Like when they
And we're
announced
like, yeah,
it or
man,
whatever. 2018, I think is when they announced it.
Yeah, like 28. It was a couple years ago. Like, yeah, man, when 2026 come by, I'm going to as many games possible.
I think you're only hosting like 6, and I think it's
It's
split
game
between
for me.
2 cities in Canada.
They're probably
So-
the price is probably gonna be through the roof, man. Because you know how they do it in
Yeah, I'd say that's what's weird is because like other places, it's only like $100 a ticket, right? So, but here in North America, they charge outrageous prices for stuff, right? So
bogus, man. Because they know
Atlanta is supposed to be a spot too, and I like if I'm still here by then, I'd like to go as well.
It better be a good game too, man. Don't put like no flipping Saudi Arabia versus Japan or something. I'm trying to see the big boys, man. I'm trying to see the big boys on Canadian soil. Oh man, I can't wait.
I don't remember.
But
I don't
yeah,
remember
man, 2 big games tomorrow, so I'm gonna definitely watch those. Like I said, like this French team is just. I don't like this. I don't really like this. Like I'm always a fan of like the French national team. Like that's always like my favorite country to root for, besides Canada and my own background, of course. But like this French team just stinks of just it's a bunch of talented players with just big egos. Like that guy Mbappe. Like I'm sick and tired of Mbappe. I feel like every day I look on some like sports media, I see like a new quote of like Mbappe coming out. That kid is just, his ego is flipping through the roof. It's ridiculous, man. And I just feel like there's so much problems that's just stemming in that team, and it just reeks of I don't really like it.
I gotta see where these.
Like honestly, I kind of want Spain to win because like that French team is just, nah, man. That French team is just not it, man. But they're probably gonna win still because I guess they just have so much talent. I mean, that guy Mbappe, like, he's annoying as hell, but kid is so nice, you know. And I think N'Golo Kante will be back for the final probably because he didn't play against Belgium. I don't know if he'll be back because he has COVID, so I don't know if he's back yet. But you know, Jules Koundé, he looks like he's gonna be like a starter now on the French national team. You know, they played him as a right center back in the back three. Yeah, man, Lloris. I think Lloris is a couple of appearances away, a couple of caps away from being France's all-time leading. I think he's about to pass Lilian Thuram. I think he's
Most
gonna pass
caps
him.
ever.
Yeah, for most French caps ever. I think he's gonna pass him soon. Yeah, man, you know, Lloris, French legend, you know. My captain. Yeah, man, great.
I'm hoping one of these World Cup qualifiers will come by my way.
Oh, the American USA qualifiers. Yeah, I should definitely look into that. Hopefully, I think there may be.
Yeah, they got to be playing in Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that.
And where else are they going to play?
Probably like Manitoba or Winnipeg. Hope they don't. Hope they don't
So, like the game tomorrow, that one's in Jamaica, but they are playing in Canada on the 13th. They're playing at BMO Field.
Ooh, that's Toronto.
There you go. You can go watch the match. Go watch the match on the 13th, man.
13 of what? What month is that?
October.
13? October 13.
Like next Wednesday.
Wait, but you said they're facing Jamaica though. At Jamaica, they're gonna come back.
No, at Jamaica, and then they come back, and then they play that game against Panama.
Oh, so they're going to Jamaica, and then they're gonna come back to BMO to face Panama.
Yeah, they play Jamaica tomorrow in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then they play Panama at BMO.
Do you know what time that is, by any chance? I'm actually looking at the calendar.
Let's see, 7:30 p.m.
7:30. Okay, perfect. I can actually go after work. Okay, 13. That's on a Wednesday. Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually gonna put that right now. I'm actually gonna write down my notes real quick.
Tickets probably aren't going to be that crazy either for just a qualifier.
I know, right? October 13, BMO Field versus Panama. I'm actually gonna look into that right now after this, and I want to buy tickets back because I know that's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be an important.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Panama is,
the Mexico one would have been better. That was in in Mexico. In November 16th, Canada plays Mexico, but they play at the Commonwealth Stadium, and that's in Alberta.
Bullshit.
And
whatever. I got the Panama game. I'm straight.
Panama. That'd be a good game too.
Let's go, man. Let's slap them up. Yeah, man.
All right, my friend. Well, I'm going to close it out here. I promised my kids I'd watch a movie with them. I just double-checked because somebody said it wasn't good for kids, but it's just violence. I mean, it's 2021. I mean, what kids aren't... There's like kids chopping people's heads off in games right now these days, right? As long as there's no boobies or anything like that,
pretty much.
It's good to watch. So thank you very much, Abdul, for coming on. I always love having you on. Appreciate it. Folks at home, thank you very much for watching. It is an international break, so there's not going to be as many shows as normal. Let's see. I'm trying to see. The U.S. isn't really playing anyone fun this window that I know of. Maybe I'll do a watch along. Jamaica's not playing well, so I didn't think that one would be fun. We do play Panama tomorrow. That should be a good match, but maybe Wednesday, I could do a Costa Rica match or something like that. If not, I will be doing an FPL show Wednesday afternoon for game week 8. Tottenham versus Newcastle.
You're going to be doing a before and after? A
yes,
pre and post
for Newcastle, I'll probably be doing before and after late night rant show. And probably Thursday, hopefully I'll be able to do my regular Q&A show too that I haven't been able to do recently because of work. Hopefully that gets settled out again, especially too. Look, I could come on here and do shows for no reason, but if there's nothing to talk about, is it really entertaining for you guys to watch for 2 or 3 hours? I mean,
of course.
So we will be back Wednesday for sure for an FPL show for game week 8 preview. Thursday Q&A. I may turn this Thursday show into like pre-match / Q&A show. And then for Newcastle, we're playing on Saturday. right?
Sunday. We're playing Sunday.
Sunday. Seems like we're always playing on Sundays now.
I know.
We're
right?
always
Yeah.
playing on Thursday nights, right? For that whatchamacall game. So all our matches are either on like Sundays or Mondays, I think, because of that stuff. But
Yeah,
for all the folks that
they're not
are
gonna give us those.
watching at home, for all the folks that are watching at home, thank you very much for coming. Abdul, thank you very much for joining as well. Stay strong. Stay Spurs, folks.
Of course, man.
No matter what, even if we end up moving down the table because we don't spend money now that Newcastle's a rich club. But we'll see you next time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's go now.